So Sopranos season 5, episode 7 in Camelot. It's basically the episode where Tony kind of like finds his dad's old mistress and sets up a relationship with her, and he's kind of realizing more and more that maybe it's not entirely his mom's fault why he is who he is, and like showcasing like the dad and like how the dad kind of chose the mistress over his mom, and like why, and like basically when his mom had a miscarriage, his dad wasn't there, and he kind of like wanted to use Tony as kind of like as basically his scapegoat, that basically as to tell Tony that basically that. And so basically Tony's left in this position where his mom is like showing the mom's sadness in these flashbacks, where maybe she is who she is because of her dad a little bit, and it's showing that a whole episode. And there's the comedic storyline where Junior is like in house arrest, and he keeps wanting to go to funerals because that's the only way he can get out of the house. And then the other setup between, which is another tragic about the theme of season 5, with Christopher and his friend and JT, who's the writer that he found in rehab, and they became really close. And of course Christopher brings him into the gambling world, and then all of a sudden he borrows money from Christopher and he can't pay it off, and Christopher beats him up, and then in the end he ends up sufficing back to drugs and going back to rehab. Christopher is like, "Oh, I'm so sorry that this happened," and of course he's trying to be his friend, but JT gives that look of belligerent, like, "How can you be my friend?" And Christopher doesn't know the difference. Like, these guys don't know what friendship is anymore. They don't know what real friendship is. And Christopher always has got that eye in the prize, just like what Tony did in season 2 with his friend Davey, and basically who was a sporting goods store, like basically becoming his friend but borrowing his money because he knows in the end that he can get a payoff. And Christopher does the same thing with the JT character. And it's just showing that these guys are just, it's just the tragedy of friendship with these guys. They can't have normal relationships with anybody, and they're always lying. They don't tell the truth. So in Camelot's a pretty good episode. That's my review.